Where is my book? Hello, everyone. So, what I wanted to do today is invite you into one of my readings of this Powerless book by Elsie Silver. And I just got done filming some of my hauls that I needed to do in the collab with Just Jen. Hi, Bess. Hey. So I was gonna let you guys sit here on the live and watch me read for my recording of, what I'm reading today. So I usually read for about a half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. And y'all, this book is so good. It's so good. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. Let me get a couple peanuts real quick. I've had a lot of, I've been running here, there, and everywhere today. The older kids had off today. Oh, damn. Those are hot. They're the hot Chipotle. They're good, though. Hi, Ed. So you guys get to watch a live reading of Powerless, the romance novel I'm doing. Oh, that's burning my throat a little bit. That's burning. Okay, I'm gonna have to have some of my unicorn popcorn. Hello, everyone. So this stuff at Dollar Tree is really good, y'all. Remember it used to come in like these packages that look like that? I'm sorry about that, Rich. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Well, I stuffed my face. So on the live, I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking to you guys, but I wanted to let you in to listen to, I'm recording my reading time for Powerless, so you guys can actually see it live as it's happening. And see, hello, Travis. Good afternoon, everyone. Mobella, hey. So you guys should like this, but take my word for it. Start from the first book. This is the third in the series. I've read all of them so far. So this book hasn't even gotten to the sex part yet. So my day's been busy, Rich, like super busy. Tomorrow's my birthday, but it doesn't feel like it. You know what I mean? It's a 3-day weekend for the kids. For recruiters in the Army, this is not a holiday for them. I don't think it is for the Army at all. I'm not sure what today is, but it's the previous live, I'm going to have to go back and edit that, but I will, and I will post parts of it that I feel comfortable with posting. You see what I'm saying? But it was a very good Victoria's Secrets try-on if you're new here. So today I did a Victoria's Secrets try-on of bras, nothing sheer, nothing hanging out. You saw cleavage, but that's about it. Bras, sports, their athletic line that I really like, that looks like it was engineered by Tesla. But y'all, it gave me a butt and I don't have one. Like they're $90 pants. But listen, whatever that's made out of, I don't know. But it's magic. So I will post it, parts of it, because, that's something that is hard to post forever for everyone to see. Do you see what I'm saying? I had a moderator in the room with me. Polly was in there with me, so I felt comfortable. When you post a video like that out there and get comments when your moderators aren't there to moderate, it's a whole nother level of insecurity, But running, cool. Okay. That's really cool. So I'm going to be doing a live reading of this. So I will not be answering questions until it's done. So I'll be reading for about a half hour. So if you want to just play my video out and just listen to it while you get some work done. It's exciting, but you might be a little lost because if you haven't read it with me so far, you're going to not know what the hell's going on. But I thought you guys would want to be here. But make sure you always thumbs up these lives. It really does help me, you all. It really does. Even the long form videos, if you like them, and talk to me in the comments. It just shows YouTube that these are actual people and not bots. Hi Brian. Hi Patrick. What, the Fruity Pebbles? That's funny. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a live reading of this. Fruity Pebbles. This is like Fruity Pebbles. I'm not going to go into... I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I could care less. I was on a live. I did. Thank you, Ryan. Don't talk politics on my channel. Don't. You'll get kicked out for that. This is not that type of a channel. These are real good. Hockey is amazing. The fights in hockey are better too. Look what they had at Dollar Tree though, y'all. The Breyers cookies and cream bunny. Can you believe Breyers say what? Hi Argentina. What else did I get? So they had the Sonic vanilla shake pudding. What else did I get? I got some good stuff. Hold on. Got these for the kids. They will absolutely hate them, but they're test prep and math and language arts. But they need to, you need to kind of gauge where your kid's at. You know what I mean? I got Brazilian roast. They raised the price of their coffee to $3, y'all. $3 damn. But these were $3. I thought they were $1.50. But y'all, these are so cute. It looks like a slipper, doesn't it? There's this little nose. They're little bunnies. I think it's completely worth $3. You should. Yep. But there's that one. Here's the chickadee. And here's, I thought this was a pig. Doesn't that look like a pig? With bunny ears because of the nose. These nails I'm wearing are from Dollar Tree. I love them. Doesn't it look like a slipper? I was like, is this a slip? Like trying to find where you put your feet. But these were $3. But I'm like, anywhere else, I feel like they'd be a lot more than that, maybe. Hi, Roberto. Brian, everywhere is dangerous at night. I'm a veteran, Army vet, and my whole family's military. And we've taught our kids well, and we're very aware of our surroundings. Thoughts on how much you should a guy make? You should make enough to make you comfortable. You know what I mean? I'm not the best judge of that because I may shop budget, but I shop a lot of budget. Do you see what I mean? I'm not living below our means like I should be. I need to change that. And that's something this year I really want to work on. And would love you guys to hold me accountable because I'm on live shopping a lot. And I feel like a lot of people are in my shoes just because it's on sale. You don't need to buy it type thing. You know what I'm saying? But if it's cute, I'm like, I have to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Mobella. Thank you, Shoestring Trucker. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. But no matter where you live, things can happen. You know, I've lived on the south side. I've been to the south side in a lot of places you shouldn't go. But I've also had friends that live there. And I've also worked in the jail system as medical. So I've learned to, and we also get relocated every 2 years. So I've learned to, even the problem is when you get used to your surroundings and get too comfortable, you no longer are aware of what's going on around you because it's just ritual. You know, you do it every day, you know the same people. That's when bad things I feel happen, just like driving. It depends on where you live, and a woman should not that should not be the first thing she thinks about. You should be able to support yourself. That's the main thing. Have a good job, you know. Even a private in the Army gets paid every month. Do you see what I'm saying? I was a private in the Army, and that was a guaranteed paycheck every month unless you really fucked up. But it's not about money. It really isn't. And if they are about money, they can go fuck themselves. Yes, exactly. Her first lives on his own, has a car, is happy. Because you know what? If you're not happy, people are going to sense that about you and be very uncomfortable around you. I can assure you. And I'm not saying you have to be happy all the time because that's impossible. Unless you come to this channel all the time and, you know, laugh your ass off at the shit I'll say. But these are spicy as shit, y'all. And then I eat the candy popcorn. They're the hot chipotle. Hi, Trader. So yeah, and if she asks you right off the bat how much you make, why would you go with that person? You know what I mean? But you have to be happy with where you're at in life. I believe that. To feel confident enough to date. I was a single parent when I met my husband now. He was actually my third marriage. Second one was annulled. Second one was a stupid rebound situation that should have never happened, but it happened and I own up to it. Third one, I went man shopping on Yahoo Personals. Yes. And I was working at a pain management clinic, living in my grandparents' triplex, so paying them every month. I had my son. I don't even think we had Section 8 housing yet at that time. So yes, I was on government assistance, but I was also in college full-time and working full-time. I believe you should have to work if you're on government assistance, and government assistance should therefore provide for you as long as you're working, because you can work your ass off and still not be able to afford your life. You know what I mean? To a degree. That's not political, that's common sense. And yeah, so I found him. Actually, my friend Natalia at the time So we were both, I was the medical assistant and receptionist. She kind of had to do everything at this practice, which ended up getting shut down because they were doing illegal crap, which most pain management offices do. But so I'm close because my dad's retired law enforcement. I was close to a lot of the detectives that used to, because detectives run around these pain management offices because they're doing illegal shit. You know what I mean? But I knew who they were when they came in because I had worked at the jail. So, you know, they'd be like, people would actually fake MRIs and stuff like that to get pain meds. So if I didn't give it to them, it'd have been my ass. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be I ain't going down for it. I ain't going down for it. But anyway, so she's like, oh, let's go on Yahoo Personals. I'm like, oh, hell no. I was happy in my life. You know, I got to go home. Time was my own. You know, after my son went to bed, it was just me. And I was secure. I was happy in that moment, you know? And then she's like, oh, we need to find you a man. Because I wasn't about to go to a bar and meet someone. I'm like, fuck that, because usually I was trash too. That, you know, that doesn't mix. If it's boring to you, you can leave. Motherfucker. Oh, hey, Michaela. Michaela's in the room. So yeah, I met him that way and I saw his picture. I'm like, she was scrolling. She made an account for me. And then we were scrolling through photos. I'm like, wait. Stop there. Stop there. He's hot. And I went man shopping and I found the man of my dreams. That's pretty cool, right? And I didn't have an account because I had no money at the time. So I sent him an old wink, which was free. I'm like, hopefully he'll say something back. Hopefully. She's like, you're in your Hooters tank top in the profile. I'm like, how did you get that? Of course he wrote me back, you know? And he had just gotten deployed when that went through. So he had just gotten to the Middle East. And so we talked for 6 months before he was even home on R&R. And then we went to Costa Rica. My dad almost killed me. But anyway, my dad's friends had already looked him up, so I was good, you know. You guys, sometimes I'm story time. I'm kind of like, you know, all over the place. But you know what? He supported me when I was having financial difficulty and I was stupid spending money on tattoos. Yes, I did that. And he supported me and I knew he was the one when he could take my shit. Not many people can. So marriage is not magic. It's not a fucking fairy tale. It's hard work constantly. And then you throw parenting into that, all hell breaks loose. And you just hold on for the ride because no one makes it out alive, y'all. We're all in this shit together. So I'm 5'9". With these shoes, probably 5'10", 5'11". He's 5'10". Like, no, he's 5'11". 5'11". So if I wear heels, I'm a little taller than him, which he loves. And I kind of like it too. It's like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, right? But just be who you are, because in the end, you can't hide it. Just like on this channel, like I could have been like a little prude, like without a personality, but that shit's gonna come out. Like I cannot talk for too long without it coming out. So we are all an Army family. My dad was Navy. My grandpa was Navy. He flew the Hellcat, which is the F6F. I'm Army. My oldest son is in the Army. He's married to an Air Force, a lovely woman. He's an 11 Bravo, which if you know what that is, who knows what 11 Bravo is in the Army? Joaquin, hey. My dad was a squid. So yeah, he went to San Diego for boot camp. Yeah, and I love my tribe here. You guys are my tribe, and I absolutely love you guys. And I want the best for you, as I would want any. I don't have friends outside of YouTube. I have my family who are everything, take up a lot of time. You guys are my social interaction. I'm not saying that is not good. I'm not telling you I still get out. That's not what I'm saying. You guys need to go out and have social interaction. It is not healthy to sit at home all the time and watch me on YouTube. Well, I love it that you do, but it's not good for you. You know what I'm saying? Take me out with you. I'll be your wingman, you know? Which branch is the best? Well, my sister was a Marine. I mean, I would say Army because I'm Army. Hi, Alex. Yeah, they're both good. But Navy, you do more traveling for sure. If you're on a ship, you get to see parts of the world. I've been on carriers when we were in Charleston. They have some really cool carriers you can go on and tour that are not active anymore. But I think Space Force is pretty cool. Alex, it's okay. If you guys have a problem with the moderators, please email me and let me know. Okay. I know sometimes we're all jokesters, pranksters. If you're anything like me, I'd get thrown out of a live in a heartbeat. So I know what it is. But all we're asking for is some kind of like, respect and order, even though there's no order. Let's order in the courts. There's no order in this chat at all, ever. Hi, Andrea. Andres, is it Andrea? I can't see. How often do I go live? Whenever the hell I can. Every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific is adult time. It's like Club Melissa in here. We grab our drinks. We socialize. We play card games. We do music requests, which does get me demonetized on that video, but I go back after the fact and delete the music. But music is a big part of this channel, I feel like. My day's been busy, y'all. Very, very, very busy. And I would not be happy in life. Everyone tells me this, unless I was running Mach 3 with my ass on fire, but sometimes I would like a damn break. But I can't shut down. I'm ADHD and hyperactive, all that crap. I can't calm down sometimes. Very cool. I love that. Yeah, I love Dollar Tree, y'all. I am one that will go into Dollar Tree and spend $500. I'm just kidding. I've never spent that much, but I could. If you gave me the money to, I could find stuff. I could find it. But y'all, I just showed these on a video. These are more books I picked up in the past week. So this one looks really good. The Last Invitation. So there's some thrillers, which I don't usually read because I have PTSD and that shit kind of freaks me out. But I feel like if I do it on here and talk about it with other people, it'll be a little bit different. And then I got this one, The Second Chance Store. And then I got The Heiress Takes All. It looks like, you guys, I'll go for months. I'm they're never going to get good books again. But I think they just get shipments of all the shit. This one was a $19 book. Cocaine should never be legalized. Cocaine is a troublesome drug. Marijuana is another thing. But this one I have no idea because they put the barcode on top of it. And this one I have no idea. Same thing. But y'all have to, you guys have to look all the time. Even though yesterday they had nothing. Go in there and check it out. Good evening. Thank you, Bill. It is a wig. Okay, Dad. Not right now. And this is my butter pillow from Walmart. It is the softest thing you'll ever. Oh my God, y'all. Oh, got these at Dollar Tree too. These were $3 damn though. $3, but so worth it. So worth it, right? I thought it was a pig because of the nose, but it is a bunny. Hi, Real. So these, and then here's the blue one. You guys, they're so cute. They look like a slipper, don't they? $3 is a little much, but anywhere else, you know, they're going to be more. And then here's the chickadee. But like if you wait, if you see it, get it. Because if you know Dollar Tree, I know it's super early, y'all. It is not Easter time yet. But the way the stores do it, I tell you what they have when they have it so you have a chance to get it. I get comments all the time like, it is not even close to Easter. Well, the stores think it is, and my job is to find the best deal for you. So I'm going to do that. Got the Sonic Vanilla Pudding. These are so damn good. They used to come, I think like Target used to have them, like in the packages like this, tied at the top, you know? But this is so good. Mm-hmm. Thank you. This is the chain I got from, where was it? Shein. Mm-hmm. I got this. Briars say what, y'all? Mm-hmm. And this is like the newest Matchbox. It's the roller toaster. And it actually has a thing to... I love these because they last forever. Oh, let me show you the back of this shirt. This is the one I hauled the other day, but it's see how it has the butterfly? I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. And it's good quality. It's super thick. It's not that weird shiny material, you know? And these, I gotta show you. These are the shoes. I have my pickle socks on. Sorry. These I got from Walmart. So Scoop, which is their like more expensive luxury type of brand, put these out. These are the first Scoop shoes I've seen. They have these in pink too, but I was like, you know, I need black. But they're kind of gaudy, but I like that. You see what I'm saying? No, these are from Walmart. I wish. No, these are not from Dollar Tree. But these were like 26 or 30 bucks, which I feel like is a good price. While you're getting kicked out. Don't comment on my weight. Don't ever comment on my weight. And these, I don't remember where I got them. They're pickle Valentine socks. They're just so cute. But yeah, let me get started on the reading because I got to do that. But if you guys don't want to be here for that, you can click out, I understand. But I'm going to read for about a half hour. I have to do my video on here anyway. If I pause, it's because I have to keep resetting the camera up here. Okay? I know, but they piss me off. You know, it does. It starts to eat at you just a little bit. I don't care. They don't know me from Adam. But, oh, here's the other book I got. Here it is. So this one was kind of weird. The Christmas Candy Corpse. Hi, Dr. Fauci. Bye, Drew. So I'm reading The Powerless by Elsie Silver. This is the third in the Chestnut Springs series. I hope you did too, Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci is one of my originals. He's an OG. Yes, we are. Did you send the letter yet, Fauci? Still waiting. Sci-fi? I like, depends if it has romance in it. You know what I mean? If it has like some kind of, not romance, but love story. Normally sci-fi, I'm kind of, you have to pay attention for that. You know what I mean? I'm like so off the chain when it comes to reading. It has to be straight and narrow, either relationship and then straight into sex, or I'm lost usually. So, okay, so you can send the letter tomorrow then, right? Mine, Naman, I can't even see you guys. That's half the. You two. Bye. I'm sorry if I don't always see it. Sometimes on the phone, y'all, it's very small print. I might stick around for story time. Okay. So I left off on, hold on, I gotta start recording on this one. It's very strange to try to do two at once, but might as well these days. Hey guys, welcome back. We are here to continue Powerless by Elsie Silver, which is the third in the Chestnut Springs series. Very popular series, very racy, as we've known if you read the first two books. We have not gotten to those parts yet, and I'm excited to get there. We left off on page 92. Okay, hopefully my voice doesn't give out. The expression she shot me over her shoulder as he let her out was pleading. The phone is still vibrating in my hand, and I'm staring at it like a ticking time bomb when Jasper clears his throat and glances over at me. Swallowing hard, I swipe to answer. Hi, Mom. Sloan. She breathes my name like it's the relief she's been seeking. Hi, I just need to hear your voice. Know that you're somewhere safe. There's a slight tremble in her voice, and suddenly the back of my throat aches with a ferocity that steals my breath. My sweet, supportive mom, the one who learned to put my hair up in a perfect bun, who drove me to every ballet practice and recital, no matter how early she had to get up. I'd kill for a hug from my mom right now. Absolutely kill. Peeking over at Jasper, I replied, I'm safe, because how could I feel anything but safe? The man literally broke me out of my wedding, carried me down the street, and never batted an eyelash. Like he just knows I need him. He reaches across the center console and takes my hand, fingers linking with mine. I hear a ragged sigh on the other end of the line. Good. Are you going away for a while? Her voice sounds almost hopeful now. My head quirks at her odd question. I'd expected Mom to grill me about when I was coming back. Why would you ask me that? I look over at Jasper again and catch him watching me. He's listening, and I don't really care. There's only one secret I'm desperate to keep from Jasper, that I've been pathetically in love with him for the better part of my life. Because that's what I do if I were, because that's what I would do if I were in your position. A tiny laugh follows her statement, and my eyes bug out at her admission. I know she married into a wealthy family like her own, while her sister married Harvey and lived a quieter life on the ranch. I've often wondered if she's happy in her marriage, but never quite worked up the courage to ask. Mom, My phone dies in my hand. What happened? Jasper's voice is all gravel. It died. I shake my head, running her words of advice through my mind on replay. And what did she say? She said if she were me, she'd go away for a while. What about the ballet? You must need to get back soon. I scuff. I took a leave to plan the wedding, so I'm off through Christmas because I opted out of the Nutcracker. Why did you take a leave? The wedding is just one day. Slumping down further into the seat, I let the back of my head roll back and forth as I confess something that sounds so asinine, my stomach curdles just saying it out loud. Sterling said I needed to be. I hold my hands up in sarcastic air quotes, present to plan the wedding and enjoy the honeymoon. I run a thumb over the small pink scar from where I cut myself with the massive diamond on my finger. I should really take my ring off. I even want to take it off. It's not Sterling who keeps me from doing it. It's that I have this deep sense that once I remove it, everything in my life will change. I'll be a new me and nothing will look the same anymore. My family, my upbringing, everything I've come to know, and that scares me. A muscle in Jasper's jaw pops, and the skin over his knuckles thins under the pressure of him squeezing the steering wheel. Fucking woodcock. I snort a laugh. Woodcock. So what are you going to do? The tip of his tongue catches between his straight white teeth as though he's biting into it to keep himself from saying anything more. What do you think I should do? His mouth twists. Sonny, the last thing you need in your life is another man telling you what to do. I sigh and turn away to stare at the dark fields flashing past the passenger window. I'd kill to have Jasper Gervais tell me what to do. The fact he doesn't think he should makes me want it even more. I need someone to take charge, but my best interest in mind. Not a business, not perception. Me. My needs. What would Beau do? I murmur under my breath. I don't mean to say it loud enough that Jasper will hear me, which is why I start when Jasper responds with, he'd get the fuck out of Dodge and go do something for himself. Okay. All right. Now I got to start again because it only does 10-minute increment or no. Now my storage is full, so I must send it to this phone. Jesus. You guys, this is a whole level of expertise that I am not good at. No thanks. Did I do all this? The hell to the now? This is all new. Well, hail. I'm gonna just have to do this. Take off some of my old Dollar Tree videos that I never posted. This has to go. Guys, filming is not easy. A lot goes into it. Tedious shit. It's easy, but it's time consuming. I absolutely love reading. I love reading out loud. It gives personality to the book. And I'm a spicy little fire under your ass that you need to listen to. That's for damn sure. I wouldn't say it would put you to sleep because I have a very raspy voice lately because I talk too much. That's what happens. Oh my God, the kids. Don't worry, my oldest are out there with them. You will always hear them in the background. There we go. This should work now. Sorry about that. We're getting back to it, but you're seeing what goes. Yeah, technology sucks, y'all. Can we go back like to story book clubs at the library? I'd be in charge of that shit like nothing. Why is this looking like that? All jacked up and stuff. Hold on. And I cuss at my shit all the time. And then I have to go back and edit what I just said, you know? Okay, so we're on chapter 9. Chapter 9, Jasper. Cade, why don't you join us for dinner soon? Rhett, beers tomorrow? Roman, if you need to talk, I'm always around. Take care of yourself. I curl up in my childhood bed, huddled in a tight ball like I might if I had a hangover. Like I just lie still and quiet. I won't hurt. But then I remember that my brother is missing and everything hurts. I don't even want to think about it. I want to push it into the same corner where I keep my sister Jenny. But it's not working. My mental game is shit right now. something I've proven over and over on the ice lately. He's a hockey player, by the way. Years of ongoing sports therapy to hone my mind to handle the pressure of my position, and it all crumbles with one swift kick to the foundation. Those vine like intrusive thoughts creep up and threaten to strangle me. I tried to do the exercise that's always worked for me. 4 seconds is all I give myself to think dark thoughts. I soak in them, but only for 4 seconds. After that, I swap to envisioning myself kicking ass, playing my best, and making a highlight reel worthy save. And then I think about something else entirely. Just 4 seconds of fear or sadness or doubt. 4 seconds of insanity. That's all I'll allow. But not anymore. Right now, I'm sitting with those dark thoughts like they're an old friend. I push to sit, pads of my fingers sinking into the too soft mattress. The house was quiet when we got here, everyone hiding away in their own corners to deal with this in their own way. Rhett has Summer, Cade has Willa, Violet has Cole. It seems like every Eaton has someone to lean on except me. And Harvey, which is why I've stayed here for so long. I can't stomach the thought of leaving him all alone in this house after he made sure that I wasn't all alone as a teenager. Everyone I've cared about my life has left me in some way or another. It's part of my persona now. I can't control who leaves, but I can control everything else to a point where my anxiety doesn't cripple me. But this is ravaging me and I can't control shit. Fuck, I roar, right as I turn and smash my fist into the wallpaper drywall beside me. A low sob sound lurches from my lungs as pain lances through my knuckles. I shake my hand and internally berate myself. How fucking old am I? Punching a wall like an angry little teenager. My door flies open and Sloane's slender frame is a silhouette in the open doorway. Jas? She sounds panicked, a little breathless, like she ran here. I'm fine, the wall isn't, but I'll patch it. You hit the wall? I groan and shake my hand again. Go to bed, Sloane. I don't feel like talking. And I'm tired of worrying. Right now, Sloane is just one more thing I worry about. Not because she left her fiance practically at the altar, but because I'm deeply satisfied she did. Too satisfied. The last thing Sloane needs is me crossing that line. She doesn't make it easy, though, because she flat out ignores what I tell her to do and pads across my room, bare feet on smooth hardwood. I wish she had ignored other assholes when they told her what to do. Marry some asshole to close a business deal, leave her job, her passion, to plan a wedding. It's all such bullshit. The wild girl I knew would have stuck her tongue out at them and carried on with her life. So I can't help but be a little satisfied when she walks in my in-suite bathroom, muttering something about dumb boys before returning with a warm, wet washcloth. She comes back to stand right between my knees, still wearing my jersey. My cock thickens at the sight. The silvery moonlight highlights the shimmer on the fabric, and my eyes snag on the hem that falls mid-thigh. My fingers twitch like they've got a mind of their own, like they'd enjoy exploring that hemline. Hike it up gently and see what's beneath, erasing and ruining years of friendship as they go. Nonetheless, there's a part of me who wants to erase everywhere that woodcock asshole got to touch her, got to have her. He doesn't deserve her. Hand out, Gervais. Her voice is soft and soothing, sleepy and resigned somehow. All it takes is one glance at the digital clock on my bedside table to know she just fell asleep. If she fell asleep at all. Jealousy and guilt swirl in my gut. I'm fine. Go back to bed. She cocks a hip, making my jersey slip higher on that side. Really not helping my wandering eyes. My hand doesn't even hurt anymore. All I can think about is reaching beneath the fabric and shaping the soft curve of her waist, tracing the little dimple on either side of her spine just above her hips. Chapter 9, Jas. And now I gotta do it again. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit. All I can think about is reaching beneath the fabric and shaping the soft curve of her waist, tracing the little dimple on either side of her spine just above her hips. Every part of Sloane is toned and strong, long and lean. She's like a piece of pale marble that hasn't been, or that's been sculpted to perfection for years. Hand, now. I blink, leaning back slightly. I'm too worked up, and neither of us is wearing nearly enough clothing for this interaction. But the expression on her face hedges no room for debate. Grinding my molars, I hold my right hand up to her and hiss when the wet cloth presses against my knuckles. Idiot, she mutters, dabbing carefully over every ridge of each finger and holding my wrists with a tenderness that feels unfamiliar in so many ways. Because while I do have sex with women, I keep it very private, separate from every other part of my life. Work and family never cross over, and it's not personal. I've ensured that it's not, because getting attached hurts. And finding someone to get attached to that I can trust at this point in my career seems downright impossible. Wow, very soothing. You should have become a nurse. Hair tumbles down over her face. No, you should have. You were terrific at tending to my feet. Her feet. My eyes trail down her legs to the floor, and I remember those days, the blisters, the redness, the swelling. I kept coming back to help her, even when she didn't ask me to, even though I was told not to. In retrospect, it was one of those nights when I first saw Sloan as a woman and not the little blonde girl on the ranch, a cousin, a friend. It happened while I rubbed her sore feet and trailed a thumb up the arch of her foot. Her head fell back against the pillows on her plush cream-colored couch, and the exposed column of her throat caught the warm glow of the floor lamp behind her in a way that transfixed me. Shadows played across her collarbones. Her cheeks turned a rosy shade. The moan that spilled from her lips had me shifting uncomfortably in my jeans. After that, I stopped rubbing her feet. I realized she wasn't a little girl at all, and I wanted what I couldn't have. She was still young, though, and new to living on her own. She needed a friend, and before long, she had a boyfriend, and the ship had sailed. With our age difference, the close family relation, her dad, there were too many ties, too many complications, too much fear that I might lose her. Not that I would have subjected her to me anyway, but now and then, I'd find myself dreaming, or her face would pop into my mind while I showered, while my hand wrapped around. There, now lie back and let it dry. Her palm lands in the middle of my chest and pushes me back into bed, her bare legs pressing against the inside of my knees as she does. So many people eye me like I'm a Rubik's Cube they can't solve. My colors are all jumbled and on the wrong sides. But Sloan doesn't care that I'm messy. She's never looked at me like I need fixing. She's always looked like she does now, tender and supportive. When her eyes drop to my bare torso, tracing the outlines of my dark tattoos, the comfort of the moment turns intimate. Her exhale is harsh in the quiet room before her eyes snag on my boxers and drift to where her bare legs press against the inside of mine. My gaze latches onto her lips, watching them pop open in surprise. Like she was so busy tending to me, she failed to notice our mutual state of undress. I clear my throat, standing quickly and gently, guiding her back away from me, taking the damp rag and tossing it across the room into the hamper. Thank you. My voice comes out all hoarse and strained, like mine. I wonder if she notices, but I can't bring myself to look at her. Instead, I focus on the steady beat of my heart, grappling blindly in the darkened drawer of my dresser. Good night. My voice cracks like I'm a teenager, and I shake my head before I pull on a t-shirt and sit on the bed, as if a shirt and simple duvet will protect me from whatever that moment we just shared. I thump my sore fist into the pillow, making a show of getting it just right. It hurts, but I ignore the pain, or maybe I relish it. Jas? Her tone is soft and uncertain as she stands by, watching me, and I hate the thought I might have made her feel uncomfortable with my gruff response. I hit the pillow harder because I hate a lot of things right now. Jas, talk to me. Tell me what's in your head. I turn to her. Okay, hold on. Come on. I turned to her, all my restraint snapping under the weight of the night. My head? My head, Sonny? My head is a fucking mess. I hate that Bo is missing and my family is hurting. I hate that my team is struggling and I've been sidelined. I especially hate that someone took advantage of you, that he hurt you, belittled you, yelled at you. You're one of the most important people in my life and he treated you like shit. And I really fucking hate that. I hissed the last words with venom. Once they've cleared my lips, I pant, breathless over the word vomit I just hurled all over my childhood bedroom at the girl who always listens. The girl who's always there for me. The girl I almost lost. I should be able to let this go, but her arranged relationship with Sterling hurts so intensely that it aches deep in my bones. And I'm not good at letting things go. Every corner of my mind is heavy with regret. Jasper, why are you so angry about this? She looks confused. I'm fine. I'm angry because I want you happy and safe. You weren't. I pulled away when I found out you were engaged. What I don't admit out loud is that my feelings were too jumbled and complicated to face in the wake of that announcement. It winded me in a way I never saw coming. But you still needed my help, and I wasn't there for you. You came so damn close to being trapped in a life that would have been miserable for you. This last week has put me into a state where I'm practically frothing at the mouth to protect her, to rescue her, to ensure she never ends up in that position again. And I'm realizing that what I'm feeling is a whole lot more than a brotherly sense of protection. It's envy. It's possession. Jasper. Her eyes are like saucers, her hand held wide as she lifts them and drops them back down in an exhausted shrug. She steps closer, eyes roaming my face. I'm here, aren't I? I'm here with you. Her fingers slide over my hand, still fisted on the pillow, and she locks in on my eyes. It's just you and me, together, and I'm safe. I offer her a terse nod. It's all I can manage right now. My limbs are seized up, too many emotions. Her body too close. Move over. My head flicks in her direction. What? Move your ass over. Why? Those pale blue irises roll back into her head with so much attitude. It reminds me of her as a teenager because I'm not leaving you alone tonight. My body goes rigid. Why? Because I'm concerned for the safety of the walls in this room. The voice she uses is light, but her eyes are just a bit pinched. Sloane's not worried about the walls. She's worried about me. It's why she used to come out on the roof with me, too. She's always been a little uncertain if I would take a turn in that direction, if I'd hurt myself. Sure, I've contemplated suicide, but mostly in the way everyone has. What it would take if I could follow through. In the wake of Jenny's death, I towed that ledge, but ever since the Eatons took me in, it was never an option. I know how it feels to lose someone you love, and I couldn't do that to these people who've become my family. I'll suffer before ever making them do the same. Why? I ask, wanting validation in a moment of weakness, wanting to hear her say she worries about me or wants to comfort me. It's insecure, and I shouldn't be hoping for something like that from a woman whose relationship dissolved mere days ago. Her responding sigh is tired. You're glitching, Gervais. You sound like a scratched record. Move the fuck over. One cheek twitches at the fact that she's resorted to swearing at me. There's something satisfying about proper little Sloane having a sailor's mouth. So I move over, not letting myself think too hard about whether it's a good idea. We're just friends. My eyes flutter shut at the sound of the sheet rustling, the small mattress dipping under her weight. Just friends. Yeah, sure. A few strands of her hair tangle in the stubble on my cheek as she lies down facing me. But I leave them there, opting to breathe her in instead. Well, this bed is tiny. I chuckle. It is. The bed usually feels too small for my 6'3" frame, never mind adding in another person. The silence stretches out just a little too long, a little too far. Am I bugging you? Do you want me to leave? My heart slams against the cage. I keep it locked in. How could Sloane bug anyone? She has to be the least annoying person in the world. No, I husk as I reach down and wrap my hand around her delicate wrist as though pulling her back. Hold on. Come on. Hold on. Okay. How could Sloan bug anyone? She has to be the least annoying person in the world. No, I husk as I reach down and wrap my hand around her delicate wrist as though pulling her back from even thinking about leaving. Okay, she breathes, sounding relieved. We fall into silence again, and I let my mind wander to how these last few days must have felt for her. We've been so wrapped up in my life, Bo, hockey, me punching walls like a rage-cased teenager, that I failed to give her the comfort she might need. Are you sad, Sloan? She shifts, head turning to gaze up at the ceiling, giving me a darkened view of her profile. Her hair slips away, and my fingers twitch on her wrist with the instinct to run them through the silky strands, to rub my cheek along them like I do when we hug. I mean, of course, I know Bo isn't my best friend, but he's my cousin. Some of my best memories are of long, sweltering summer days spent out here with all of you. I'm devastated. Her voice breaks a little, and I watch her lashes flutter rapidly. She's close enough that I could reach out and hold her, but I don't. I stop suddenly. His name doesn't belong here in the dark with us. The wedding. She hums thoughtfully as she runs 2 fingers across her lips before firmly pressing on them. Her cheeks go round, and it's like she's trying to push the smile back down. No. Are you trying not to laugh about your big fancy wedding going to shit? I chuckle quietly, turning on my side to face her. A grunt snort noise escapes her, and now she's pressing her entire hand over her mouth. No? You have always had a fucked up sense of humor. Hold on. Her body shakes with laughter, and she gives me a look of feigned offense. I have not. You laugh at the most inappropriate times. You know you do. I point at her playfully. You laughed that time Rhett fell off the llama and broke his arm as a kid. She laughs harder. He deserved to be laughed at. He had no business riding that llama. And the way he latched onto its long neck, made him look like a big dumb koala or something. She's wheezing now, curling in toward me, and I can't help but laugh with her. He really did look like a big dumb koala. And it wasn't even an impressive fall. He just plunked down in the most lackluster way. I've seen him take worse spells off an angry bull and walk away totally fine. The giggles hit us hard on the walk down memory lane, and I wipe happy tears out of my eyes as I gaze up at the stucco ceiling. God, we had fun as kids out here. It feels good to reminisce, good to laugh. Good to lie here with someone who knows about some of the happiest days of my life. We've been in a rut of games and workouts this week. I think Sloane's been dancing for fun in a spare room at Summer's gym, and then tending to Harvey. We're all hiding out, hunkering down, trying to keep things normal, but failing. She sighs deeply and carries on. Anyway, no, I'm not sad about the wedding. I'm relieved. Isn't that awful? All I feel is intense relief. Am I going to hell for admitting that? My thumb brushes over the bone in her wrist. The way I feel about her wedding crumbling into nothing is intense relief too. Nah, if you're going to hell for that, then I'll definitely be there for all my shit too. She yawns and her body softens beside me. She has to be so tired. Hell, might be all right if you were there with me. She stiffens. I didn't mean. Not wanting her to second guess anything she says, I cut her off. Hell might actually be all right if we're stuck there together, Sloan. The sound of her head rustling against the pillow tells me she's nodding in agreement. And then I give in to that little voice in my head, the one that tells me I need her. I draw her body against mine, my arms wrap her up, and our legs tangle together instantly. Good night, Sonny, is all I say as I revel in the comforting heat of her. A beat of silence passes, and then she sighs. Good night, Jas. Chapter 10, Jasper. Harvey, how's the hand? Jasper, how do you know? Harvey, I'm old, not deaf. Jasper, it's fine, I'm fine. Harvey, no, you're not. None of us are. But you know what will make you feel better? Jasper, what's that? Harvey, fixing my wall. There's spackling and putty knife outside your door. Jasper, sorry, Harv. I'll fix it, promise. Harvey, all good, son. Have you seen Sloan? Her door was open and her room was empty. I was wondering, well, I was thinking. Sloane peeks up at me from under her lashes, hands twisting in front of her. She's stunning. She's grown up so much since last summer. I almost can't believe my eyes. Okay, so this is italicized if you go in the book. So Jasper's looking back to his and Sloane's relationship when they were kids. She's stunning. She's grown up so much since last summer. I almost can't believe my eyes. I came out to the ranch for Easter dinner and wasn't expecting her to be here. We still mostly only see each other in the summer because living in the city, she's busy with dance in high school, and I'm fully immersed in keeping the spot I have on the main roster with the Grizzlies. I was about to leave when she ran after me to the door. I dropped my voice, resting my hands on her shoulders to look her in the eye. Is everything okay, Sloane? You're making me nervous. Did something happen? You know you can tell me anything. Oh no, she laughs shrilly, cheeks turning pink as she pushes her loose blonde hair behind her ears. A pit of dread grows in my stomach. It's the eyelashes, the blushing, the nervous way she's playing with her hair, and the fact that Harvey, Violet, and my brothers are all basically watching me from the living room. I'm not oblivious to the fact Sloane has had a crush on me, but I've pretended I am. Because shit is so much less awkward that way. Okay. She smiles up at me nervously, and nerves roil in my stomach. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. She takes a deep breath. Will you go to prom with me? Now she isn't the one blushing. I feel like my entire face is on fire. Oh, Sonny. My fingers pulse on her shoulders, and I get lost in the twinkle of hope in her eyes. Hurting Sloane is enough to make me feel like I might be sick. I don't want to disappoint her, but fuck, I can't do this either. I'm not the one you want to go with. I search for a good reason that isn't just I don't want to lead you on. I'm 24, really in the media right now. With you being in high school, I'm just not sure it would be a good look, you know? I try so hard to ignore that her eyes instantly fill. The too fast way she nods her head. Oh yeah. She steps back from me, her hands falling from her shoulders, and she glances over at the living room. Yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense. Still friends, right? I reach forward, trying to give her forearm a reassuring squeeze. She tugs her arm back and forces a bright smile onto her face. Yeah, of course, still friends, always. With another frantic nod, she turns, but she doesn't head back to the family gathering. She disappears down the hallway that leads to the upstairs bedrooms. I feel like shit as I wave goodbye to a room full of wide eyed, awkward as fuck family members. I don't know what to say to them. I half expect someone to crack a joke, but no one says a word as I flee the house. And all that does is drive home how brutal that interaction was with Sloane. Because even if there is a little part of me that thinks it would be kind of cute to go with her, I know I can't. She needs to go have fun at her prom, make memories with someone her own age. She needs to have the very best night, and I'm certain I can't be the one to give her that. Sloane Winthrop has grown into a woman who is smart, beautiful, and so damn talented. She has an entire life ahead of her with some shiny rich boyfriend she'll fall head over heels for while she pursues her higher education at some fancy private university. She doesn't need the likes of me holding her back anymore. I've almost convinced myself I did the right thing by the time I get to my truck, but when I pull away down the driveway, regret niggles at me. I glance up into the rearview mirror, and Sloane is there, sitting on that roof all by herself, probably realizing what I already know, that I'm not good enough for her, never have been, never will be. I wake up with Sloane's forehead pressed into the center of my chest. We're back in present now. Her hands are rolled into loose fists and clutched under her chin like she's trying to keep herself from touching me in her sleep. I don't suffer from the same hesitance. I've got my arms slung casually over her petite frame and one leg draped possessively over both of hers. It borders on too far. Yes, we're friends, but we're also a man and a woman, alone and barely dressed on a bed that's too small. And she's wearing my jersey. Friend, friend, friend. I slammed the word into my brain repeatedly like it might cement it somehow. I imagine it for 4 seconds, the letters cropping up like they're being typed beside a cursor. Like it might keep me from wondering, what if we weren't just friends? What if we were more? Sure, I shut things down between us when she was practically still a kid, and even not so long ago, she made an offhanded joke that hit a little too close to home as I helped mount her TV on the wall. Mount him? Yes, I would. Is it okay? I gotta do it again. Which I'm gonna read one more page. My throat is so sore right now. I laughed even though I didn't find it funny at all. I told her it would never happen. It would never happen again because how could it? But she planted a seed that day, one that grows into a question I'm too scared to ask. Now I'm lying here wondering, why the fuck can't it happen? There was a time I was convinced I couldn't be the guy to give her what she needs, to make her happy. She wanted me and I fucked it up, like I always do. But that was then, and this is now. I'm not the same scared kid I was back then. The word friend fades the longer I stare at her, the slightly upturned tip of her nose that wiggles a little when she talks, her high noble cheekbones that go so perfectly round when she laughs, her lashes that are washed clean of mascara and take on more of a pale brown color where they're fanned down over her smooth skin. Her engagement ring, the one she's still wearing, shines blindingly beneath her chin. And it's the dose of reality I need. Proof that I'm too late, that no matter how hard I work on my reaction time between the pipes, my personal life has always been one big mess. I freeze up, and while I get stuck in my head, the world keeps turning. Because as I sit around wondering if we could ever be more, nursing all my complicated emotions, the reality is she almost walked down the aisle with another man. Any feelings she once had for me must be long gone. Bullshit. Truth be told, I can't really tell what she's feeling right now. She can say she's not sad, but I'm familiar with how grief works. I know it comes in waves. I know you can feel fine about something one day and it can fucking cripple you the next. The anger always comes. And I know that what she needs right now is Jasper, her friend, not Jasper, who's been too big of a coward to cross that line, even though he's been thinking about it for years. I carefully remove my limbs from her sleeping form, pushing away the swell of regret that hits me when I release her. I force my eyes to the ground, watching my toes against the hardwood floor as I reach for whatever clothes I can find. And then I leave the room, too weak to keep myself from looking back at her sleeping form one last time. She looks small and frail, too thin. She looks exhausted, and I hope she sleeps. I hope she eats. The door shuts quietly behind me, and I take long strides down to the kitchen, not sure what I'll be walking into when I get there. I'll be the first to admit that I don't handle emotional situations well. Trauma? I've got enough, thanks. Feelings? Too many of those too. I round the corner into the big farmhouse kitchen consisting of wide worn floor planks, dark wood cabinetry, and hunter green walls. The entire house is outdated, and yet not. It's like I was transported straight off the set of Yellowstone. Told you. Complete with two country boys sitting at the table over a cup of coffee. Did you get dressed in the dark? Kate snipes at me. Harvey barks out a laugh, and I glance down at myself, realizing I grabbed a neon pink shirt with a yellow energy drink logo on it and black and white stripes on the arms. It truly is atrocious, but it was dark last night. I think it was promotional. I'm positive I've never worn it before, and it really does clash with the pair of army green joggers I'm wearing. My lips quirk. Listen, the day I take fashion advice from someone as old as you, who barely leaves this ranch, is the day I die. I see Kate's cheek twitch. Picking on each other is our comfort zone. And damn, it feels good. The days have slowly bled into a depressed normalcy. We've had one awkward family dinner. Harvey didn't make any blowjob jokes, and Bo wasn't there to lighten the mood. It feels like everyone is just going through the motions. Waiting to hear something is the worst. I go straight for the coffee maker, pour myself a mug, and take a seat at the table with the two other men. I think you're just so used to everyone fawning over you that you don't know when you look like a fucking clown anymore. Adorable coming from the guy who wears his jeans at least 2 sizes too small. I give Kate a big cheesy grin, loving the feel of something that isn't just sad. Willow likes them tight. I quirk a brow. How long does it take her to peel them off you? My money is at least 5 minutes. Bring your timer. You can watch next time. Could probably teach your dumbass a thing or two. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. My throat is so sore, y'all. Damn, my throat hurts. Bad. How many more? You know what? I'm going to finish this chapter. I'm almost there. Harvey's head whips between us. Wait. Hold on. Okay. Harvey's head whips between us, an amused smile on his lips. I'll be sure to give you some notice so you can get your Viagra down in time, old boy. Oh, nah. Harvey waves a hand dismissively. The Eatons are a viral bunch. Viral bunch. Even I don't need those. Jesus Christ. Kate's head drops and his eyes stare into his coffee cup like he's scrying for answers on how to make his dad stop saying inappropriate things. I snort because I know that day will never come, and it's a sign of life that I'll take. Harvey's sense of humor is one of my favorite things about him. Always has been. And quiet as I've been through the years, I never can quite resist towing that line with him, pushing him a smidge further to see what he'll say. You got someone special on the receiving end of all that virility, Harv? A few someones. Hard to pick just one, you know? Why choose? He smiles back at me manically. Make sure you wrap it up, is my casual response. After the death of his wife so long ago, I'm happy he has some company. Harvey grins. Talk to Kate about that, not me. Cade groans and tips his head back, now staring at the ceiling. I should have stayed at my house. I nod, taking a long pull of coffee in my hand. Probably. It's early. Wasn't expecting to find you here. Well, Harvey and I were about to do rock, paper, scissors to see who would take a road trip out to see Violet in Ruby Creek with a load of pay. My head quirks. Sorry? Harvey jumps in. Something about a hay shortage out that way. Hot, dry summer. So she called us, begging for a trailer full to help them get through the winter. She still complains that the hay out there sucks compared to ours. The older man puffs up a little at that compliment from his only daughter. Kate hits me with a serious look, but neither of us really wants to leave. He clears his throat, just in case. Harvey nods. I shrink wrapped instantly. Just in case. I know what they're saying without having to ask for more. Just in case Bo is found. Just in case Bo is gone. Just in case they need to lean on their family when news about their beloved brother comes in. I'll go. I don't even need to think twice about it. Both their heads whip in my direction, surprise written all over their faces. Harvey smiles at me kindly the way he has since he took me in, even when he already had too much on his plate. I've never met a man with a bigger heart than what's in Harvey Eaton's chest. You're a good boy, Jasper, but you've got your season. You can't leave, though it means the world to me you'd offer. Yeah, about that. I'm actually on leave now, for at least 2 weeks. Harvey's thick brows scrunch on his forehead. Why? Did you not see his games this week? Cade tosses in. I glare in his direction. He just smirks. Fucking dick, I mutter with no malice as I turn back to Harvey. Because Roman is a domineering asshole who found out I didn't disclose what was going on to management or coaching staff, and that I shit the bed on the ice and lost us a bunch of games. And I guess rather than yelling at me from the bench like he always does, he's decided to be inspiring or some shit and coddle me like a sad toddler. I met with silence and slightly concerned looks because I don't often get that many words out in one breath. In fact, I don't usually get many words out, period. I retreated into myself a long time ago and I really got good at listening rather than talking. Well, that's quite the story, Harvey provides, like he doesn't quite know what to say. You do remind me a bit of a sad toddler, Cade deadpans. Dick. I'll go. You guys stay. I gesture between them. You need to be here, Cade. You've got Willa and Luke. A baby on the way. Harvey, you've got several girlfriends in your entire family. They both chuckle and I muster a small grin, happy to lighten the mood. You're our family too, you know. Kate is all serious now. It's sometimes hard to differentiate with him because he's got such a dry sense of humor, but this is him being sensitive in his own way. I know, but there's no one here who needs me. Let me go. I can support the family by making this trip. You both taught me how to haul. You know I'm capable with the truck and trailer. Plus, it'd be good to see Violet. She could use some distracting as well. Harvey's fingers drum on the table. The roads could be bad, though, the mountains this time of year. He knows my anxiety about driving, vehicles, and accidents. It's wild how one simple mistake can translate into such widespread anxiety. But for him, for my family, I can swallow it down and overlook it. Okay. Yeah. Harvey's fingers drum on the table. The roads could be bad, though, the mountains this time of year. He knows my anxiety about driving, vehicles, and accidents. It's wild how one simple mistake can translate into such widespread anxiety. But for him, for my family, I can swallow it down and overlook it. My smile is tense. Be quiet, JB, I'm reading. I know. I can manage, though. Yeah. We all jerked, surprised by the soft voice coming from the corner of the kitchen. Like having women in the house is just that unusual these days. He can manage, and I'll go with him to make sure he has company. Without even glancing at us, Sloane pours herself a coffee. She's changed into a simple pair of black leggings paired with a gray sweatshirt that swallows her upper body, woolen socks stacked over her ankles. And when she turns to smile at us, her pale blonde locks a little mused, I can see the lines on her cheek from where her face was pressed into sheets on my bed. She looks cozy, a tad dopey. It makes me think of how she felt pressed up against me last night. She looks different than I've ever seen her, or maybe it's just the way I'm seeing her now. Good Lord, Gervais, what the hell are you wearing? She blurts. Everyone else dissolves into a fit of giggles. Cade murmurs something about how he told me so, but I barely hear him. I'm focused on Sloane because I will not tell her what she can and can't do. So I'm left wondering how I'm going to handle a road trip through the mountains with just the two of us and not go completely insane or do something completely insane. All right. We left off on chapter 11, page 120. What the hell? Did that come out or something? Wait a minute. Oh shit, it did. My phone just died, y'all. Because it wasn't plugged in. What a dumbass I can be sometimes, you know? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, y'all. Damn. Need to get my shit together these days, you know? All this cords all day. You know, it wasn't even a thing. Okay, I'm back, guys. So that was my reading. My throat is really dry and it hurts really bad right now. Really bad. Because I've been talking too much. That's why. But thank you, Michael. My P.O. box is in the information on my about page. Sometimes if Polly's in here, you post it. It's P.O. box. It's Lissa Shops, P.O. Box 27523, Fresno, California 93729. That's what it'll be in the most of the information on my videos too. But yeah, your letter will go up here, and I have some pictures and some merch, stickers and stuff to send back. Yeah, I love writing, y'all. It does a lot. You know what I mean? Even to a friend. I used to write celebrities like nonstop. I miss doing that, you guys. You know? My throat hurts so bad. I'm hoping that, look at my socks, pickle socks. They're so cool. But yeah, I need to, I drink a ton of water, but I have a raspy voice anyway, but it's very scratchy and it hurts right now. No, I just, I get, what do you call it? Where you lose your, voice. I get it a lot. I also love plush. I know shipping is expensive, but I love plush. I put them on my bed if you want to send me one. This one that I got from Dollar Tree, I'm really interested in this. This was a $30 book, y'all. And it's like an adult fairy tale, I guess. But yeah, always check out Dollar Tree. They had some westerns, like western bloody like books. My dad would love that. I got this one. It's a thriller. Usually I don't read things like this because I have PTSD and it puts in my mind like negative. You know what I mean? Hi, Nick. I seem mad. It's my cheekbones. I'm not mad. Laryngitis. Yeah. I'm not mad. Hi, Jeremy. Well, I need to glue that one back on, but my throat. I'm telling you, it burns. So I know, I'm sorry about my expression. That's just part of my heritage. To look like I have a really good RBF. Thank you, Michael, for that. Love you, Nick. Oh my God, it's freezing. That's why you need to curl up under your blanket and listen to all my reading videos. I mean, it's warming, you know? Especially when it gets to the sex part. Just saying. This is so good. But these are the Ardell. So they're brand name. These cost like $8, like up to $8 at like Walmart and Target. Occasionally they'll have them at Dollar Tree, but I wear press-ons. There's no need to spend $1,000 getting your nails done, you know? I just don't have it. And this way I can change them up like all the time. But damn, my throat hurts really bad. And the kids, you guys should know by now, they're always loud and obnoxious. My house is always loud. You're never going to have a quiet house. So when I go back to edit the reading videos, I have to edit the sound out of the background. And that's what I'm talking about. That's the only part of this channel that feels like work. You know what I mean? Like editing is easy, but it takes time to load. It takes time to go into the HD TV, whatever mode, you know. I don't know what all that is. Um, but I really enjoy doing all these things. It's like reading. I'm a bookworm. If it's a book I like, if I'm not interested in it, my comprehension goes out. I kind of feel like that is like that for anyone. That's why high school and middle school they had us read like the Great Gatsby. I hated that book. I hate the movie. It makes no sense at all. The author was on drugs and like an alcoholic. And then, you know, teachers want, there's a right or wrong answer. And I couldn't even fucking figure out what the first page was about. It was all over the place, you know? No, not usually. If you hold them down enough, how they fall off is if you don't put glue on the nail too. You have to put glue on your nail and the fake nail. But they do occasionally, and they're probably in the aisles at Walmart and grocery stores. If you ever see them in California, they're probably mine. I mean it. Damn, I sound like I've smoked for years. Thank you. I didn't think I was going to like the black on them, but they're very simple, actually. A little bit emo. Which I like. I like a little bit of grunge. Remember these? These have always been around. Like the chokers. They drive me nuts because I have esophageal issues and having anything like tight. But they look so damn cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. My kids are always like, Mom, scratch my head. That was fun. I got a live out of the way. I say out of the way, but I was able to do a live and my reading. I might just start doing that from now on. But these, thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I don't wear expensive things. I don't think you need to at all. I almost refuse to do labels because of what I'm not saying it's not, it's good. If you can afford it and that's like a gift to yourself, then yes, I agree with it. But to look down upon someone else for not is absolutely ludicrous because a label does not define you. I'm more of a rebel anyway. I do my own thing. You know, I dress like a teenager. I don't dress like I'm almost 42, you know? Thank you. I appreciate that. You're sweet. A lot of people are not so sweet on here, as you can see. But, like, they'll come in and be like, oh, you look like Caitlyn Jenner. I'm like, how do you get Caitlyn Jenner? Really? And then I'll go ask my kids, and they're like, yeah, you kind of do. Let me have your phone, you know, I'm taking your phone away. See these? Do you have Dollar Trees in Canada, Michael? I think you do. No. Dang. Oh, you do? So yeah, there's that. That's really cool. Um, so it's so weird because everything has like the US price and everything has the Canada price. It's so much more in Canada, like at least $2 or $3 more every time. Hmm. Do you guys have Dollar General? Hmm. And usually, okay, damn, that's high. I would definitely be getting a skateboard if I lived there. For celery?
Hello, Moto.
You've got to be kidding me. That's insane. Hell no. I'd be starving. That's crazy. Your foot fell asleep. Well, after sitting crisscross applesauce, I won't be able to stretch my legs out. I'll have to get up very slowly. Um, can't believe it does not feel like my birthday tomorrow. It just doesn't because it's on a Tuesday, you know? It just doesn't. Uh-uh. What is this? What? Pillsbury. You know, thank you, Bob. Well, it is, but like my actual birthday is tomorrow, and I want to get the new Zootopia 2 movie. So me and the kids are gonna watch that, and Walmart now all of a sudden needs 48 hours for a cake. It used to be 24. And I told my husband, the thing is, there's never anyone in the bakery department to take the order. So they went in yesterday to try to get, because I wanted the Officer Hops birthday cake. And lo and behold, they said, we can't do it, sir. You need 48 hours. Well, it would help if you guys had someone working in the last 48 hours. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, guys. I might have a shot tomorrow evening. I'll go on live again tomorrow for sure. I got to take the kids to school in the morning and thank you. Namenhar. I don't even know if I'm Newman. Okay. Newman. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. I just want a day for, well, I had a break from taking the kids to school. It's a lot of driving. That's why I go on lives so much in there, because I'm literally on the road 3/4 of every day. So, you know, I'm glad I can do it. I'm very blessed. I'm not upset about it. I'm just sometimes, just the busyness of it all. But even if I did have a break, I couldn't take one. My brain just doesn't calm down at all. I'm always I'm always like this. Always. That's why reading and filming are kind of those times, you know what I mean, where I can sit down and not really take a deep breath, just chitter chatter and never shut up. Um, but I wish like when I go to bed at night, we're gonna have a sleepover too in a couple weeks, like a week and a half. I'm gonna do like a bedtime routine, maybe read a little bit, um, and then play like what I play to go to sleep at night, like adult sleep stories. And I'm gonna keep my live on all night while I sleep. I feel like there's comfort in knowing that there's someone next to you. You know what I mean? But I do have PTSD and my dreams are not fun. Um, I need my therapist has said before, I need to write them down when I wake up from them. And that's like a form of releasing those things. But, yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep all the time. So maybe that's why I'm a little bit out there. But I feel like I'm very relatable to someone. I always have something that I've been through or situations I can relate to someone. So I'm very blessed to have that. Even though some of those things are not good, I'm relatable. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Bob. Yeah, it's even when you try to calm down and go to sleep at night, like you'll be super tired out in the other room. And then you go to lay your head down in your bed and your brain's like up and fired again. It's like, can I get a break? That's where my faith comes into play, because there's times like your body's going to get it what it needs eventually. You're going to like go into a hibernation for a little while. But I don't like it to get to that point. Um, For some reason, when my dad's here, I feel a lot calmer. Even though he gives me anxiety. He really does. I love my dad. But like there's like this subconscious having my dad around me, you know. A lot has happened lately. My sister had a cerebral stroke. She's only a few years older than me. She's back home now, and I think she's doing better. But, you know, they don't really talk to me, my sisters. And he's funny. You know what I mean? He's the type that I'll be down about something, and it'll almost seem like sometimes he doesn't care. He's changing the subject to make me laugh. It makes me so mad. My husband does it too. When I'm mad at him, he'll say something so fucking off the wall. I'm like, I'm not gonna laugh, and I do, and then it's over. You know, the argument or the madness. Don't worry, those aren't real. They're LED candles. Where is who? My sister? Yeah. So I'm out in California. She's in Florida. I'm from Florida. So it's not, like I can just, but even it's the kind of thing where even if I lived in Florida, we never see each other. You know what I mean? I'm 100% family is key. Not everybody, some people are more independent, like to be that way. That's just their personality. It's not a flaw. It's a different personality. You know what I mean? I'm more of a people person. I'm in California. She's in Florida. So she's on the other side of the United States. That's why, like, when this all happened, I was so freaking out because I can't just get on a plane and get there. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen that way. No, she's 40, 45, 46, something like that. But I have two older sisters. Um, both of them are kind of that way. They don't. This is the Heiress Takes All. It's like a revenge book. Um, about taking her ex-husband's money. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe it. It's a good table read, like a table book. I don't usually like books about revenge either. I feel like it's not a good way to think, especially if you have anxiety. But you know, I should have just had my girls make me funfetti cupcakes. The Pillsbury funfetti is actually my favorite type of cake. Mm, it's probably popular. I like the cover a lot. Now my thumbnails, I've gotten really good at using AI backgrounds for my thumbnails. So I'll take one of my still photos from the video, and like put like a little bit about the video, and oh my god, it comes up with the craziest shit, especially my romance books. I have so much fun messing around with AI. You never know what it's going to come up with. So my oldest is 21 and out of the house and married. My youngest is 4, and I have a special needs kid as well. So I have 6 kids, one of them special needs. And I say that, and honestly, they all have special needs. They're all very different. Yeah, I'm the mother of many nations, is what they call me sometimes. No, boy. My son, he's actually in the army. He's married. His wife is in the Air Force. Um, I have anxiety and depression. Um, I have seasonal depression. I have all the time depression, like all the things. Um, well, I do take medication. I take Wellbutrin, and that it's a good one because it doesn't cover up who you are. I feel like some of those kind of medications just mask everything, and I don't think that's what you should do. Because that's not a good coping mechanism at all. Um, oh, I worry about him all the time, Michael. He has a crotch rocket sports bike. Him and his wife both ride, and he doesn't do it responsibly. Some of that's his age, but I've told him, I've sent him every like fatal accident photo I could find. he's invincible. He's 21. He's going to do five of them. My oldest is from a previous marriage when I was myself in the army. Um, Not a good marriage, but I got my son out of it, and I'm very thankful for it. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. Me, I'm like, you know what? If I just open up a little bit about it, I could be helping one person. Or by like helping, I mean like by them knowing they're not alone. You know what I mean? Because I can get on here, perfect background, funny as hell. That's not real life, and you guys know it. You've seen some of it. And that's why I try to share that, because life is not all shits and giggles for any of us. It's hard. It's every day is a struggle for me to get out of my damn bed, and you just, you know what I mean? You just do it. Fake it till you make it. That's my thing. And self-acceptance is hard for me. That's the thing I struggle with, and especially on social media, putting myself out there makes it even harder sometimes, because it's easier to believe the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like when people come in here and say stupid shit, I can say, oh, fuck off and get out. But is it bothering me a little bit? Yeah, I'm only human. But I just want you to know I'm here, you guys, and I appreciate you guys. I really do, because I don't have really a whole lot of extra time for friends. You guys are my tribe, and I just want you to know that. And I think it's so amazing having people from all over the world in here, and that we can talk about, things, everyday life. It's no different being here than it is over in Italy or um, anywhere. In England, we all struggle with the same shit. It's it's nice, you know. Thank you, Bob. And there's times where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be saying all this, and then right after I do, I start feeling like that. I'm like, man, I wish other people would. Thank you, Ryan. I'm lucky that you guys have found me too. Like, we have a really good group. We have a really good group on here. I feel like this channel, and when I say this, I mean it wholeheartedly. This channel is not about me at this point anymore. It's about our tribe, like, and what we've become, because it's something huge. You know what I mean? It's huge to me. Frosted cupcake. Yay. I have a ton of mods right now. But in the future, probably as this channel gets bigger, I'm gonna need more. So sure, I will keep you in mind. Gary. Thank you, Gary. Appreciate you. Yes, I have 6 kids. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God. Too blessed to be stressed. That's for sure. Man, my throat is, burns. That's awesome, Ryan. I remember, yeah, I'm glad. That makes me super happy. But don't forget, like, we all need professional help too. Don't forget, if you need that, and you're no less of a person for going to therapy. I do too. I need it. You know what I mean? Don't let this be your, professional help. Okay. Bye, Michael. I've got to get off here in a minute too. It's dinner time. All but one. My oldest is from a prior relationship from when I was in the army. Bye, Michael. Thank you again for being here. Bye. I appreciate you. Thank you, Moon. Good night. And it also helps when you guys if they are playing videos. I know sometimes if you come into a live they'll play advertisements. It does help my channel if you actually let them play. Even in my videos, I'm not being paid for those yet, but it just shows the people that in the future might advertise on your channel that people are watching the ads. And it helps that you read, or watch all my videos as well. So make sure you're watching the videos if you have time, or let them play. Good night, guys. I'm going to sign off here too, okay? I'll see you guys all sometime tomorrow, okay? Good night, guys. Thanks again.